Alright, for some reason my headset turned off. But I got that working now, so it should be good. Close, close. Alright. Delete you. Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is going to be getting the player here to be able to teleport between those platforms there. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so open up your content browser. And basically we want a master blueprint. That master is going to contain all of the code that we need, and then we're going to go ahead and make children of the master blueprint, and those are actually what's going to be in the level. So let's get started. Right click, blueprint class, actor, and we'll name this guy portal door underscore master. So we've got this guy. Let's save it, just out of habit, and open that up. Okay, so first things first, we're going to want a static mesh. And we'll name this guy door with a lowercase d. And go over here to static mesh, open, type in door, and we'll use the sm underscore door frame. Now this is within the starter content. When you create a new level in Unreal Engine, if you do not have this, you can use whatever asset you want, but I don't have a custom door that I made, so I'll just use theirs for demonstration purposes. Okay, so go back up to add components, and we want a box collision. And this we'll call box trigger, lowercase b, uppercase t. Okay, so now we want to just kind of move that into place, move it in the center, scale it. Take a look, that's pretty good. Now, I am using Unreal Engine 4.9, and something I noticed is with the default collision setting, overlap all dynamic. This causes issues. It actually detects the static mesh as overlapping. So what we want to do is go to custom, and then we'll click ignore on all of them, and then on pawn we'll click overlap. So it only overlaps when the pawn walks over it. Okay, so now for something a little extra later on, we'll add this now. We'll go ahead and add a cube. And then, oops, kind of put that up in the middle. Scale it in. Scale it up. So it kind of fills the inside of the door there. I'll keep it in the middle. Okay, there's that. And another thing we want to add is a scene capture component 2D. We'll add that, and we'll just leave that for now. All we want to worry about right now is the box trigger and the door mesh. Well, actually not the door mesh, just the box trigger. Okay, so compile, save, to save all that. Then we'll go to our event graph. Now, what we want to do is with your box trigger selected, you can scroll all the way down, and we want on component begin overlap. So click that plus sign, that'll create that. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to tell this what to check for, just whatever's overlapping, basically. So we'll drag off other actor, get class, the utilities, and then drag off gets all actors of oh, whoops, wrong one. Don't remember what it was. Get all actors. Okay, class is child of. And then under parent class, I'm using the third person blueprint, so it'd be third person character. Okay, so now we'll do a branch off of the trigger. And then the condition will go into there. Okay. Alright, so next we actually want a variable. And this variable will be of type Boolean. And we'll type is triggered. And I do not believe that needs to be public. Get a set here. And we'll do another branch off of this guy. And then drag is triggered right over the condition on the second branch. And we'll set that to true by default. You can also click over here and set it to true by default. If this isn't available, just make sure you compile, and then it'll be available. Okay, so basically what this is saying is when it collides, when the character here collides with the box trigger, it'll check to see if it is the actual character that's colliding, and if that's true, it's going to go into this branch where is triggered is the condition. We haven't defined anything here yet. So off of true, we want a delay, and then make that delay like 0.5. This will make sense soon, trust me. And then there, and I'll explain that afterwards. Okay. There's just one thing I have to look at here real quick. Okay. So we want a teleport. And then we want to create another variable. Now this is let's call this portal destination. Make that public, and then under the variable type, we want that to be of type actor. And then just do actor reference. Drag that guy out, do a get. Then get actor location, and that will plug right into there. And then you want to do get player pawn, drag off that, get actor location. Oh, I'm sorry, not location. Get actor rotation. That's what we want. Okay, so grab return, plug it into there, and then okay, for the teleport, we'll just do the player pawn also. So we'll do player pawn to target. And then we will copy that. You can click it and hit and put your mouse wherever you want the duplicate to be, and hit Control W to duplicate it. And make that true. Okay. So basically what's happening here is when the character overlaps the box trigger, it checks to see if that's true, and if it is, it runs into this branch. It checks to see if trigger is triggered is true, and by default it is. It is. So it runs up here, has a delay of 0.5. No, we don't want this. We want this to be false by default, I think. Yeah, so go ahead and change that to false. So the first time the player walks over it, it will automatically teleport the player. Should. So it'll teleport the player, it'll set this to true, and then when it runs through it again, is triggered will be true, so it'll run up for the delay of 0.5, set it to false, and then run through the false again. That way, basically, once you teleport, you don't continuously teleport. There's a delay, and then you'll have to overlap it again. That way you don't just keep teleporting over and over again. You actually have a chance to walk away from the door. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Compile, save, close these. So we have our portal door master. Now, basically what we want to do is right click on your portal door master, create child blueprint class, and then we'll call this portal door child 1. Okay? Portal door child 1. So then right click again, and then portal door child 2. You might not actually, well, there's multiple ways you can do this. You could do just the same door and then just have it and just duplicate it over and over again. But that might cause issues. So let's just do one child for now. So we'll do that guy. So save selected. Okay. Now bring your door in. And then oops, duplicate this guy here. Up. Press N to snap it to the ground. And bring it over here. Press N to snap it to the ground. And then we'll do one more. Right there. Up. And press N to snap it to the ground. Okay. So, now, if you remember, there was a variable that we created. That variable was of type actor, and it was called portal destination. So now when you click on it, you have a default variable in your details panel that you can just click the pick actor, click your child door. And then next, do it with the next one. And then do it with the last one. Now, there's an issue with doing it this way. And I'll show you what it is. Because these are teleporting to each other, it will link these in the code. So if I grab child 1, so child 1 is with child 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 4 is back to 1. So if we do this, it'll crash because it's an infinite loop. It'll just continuously teleport, teleport, teleport. So the last one, you cannot have it to the first door. You can set it to, another object in the scene, a cube mesh, whatever, or another door if, let's say, the final platform is way up top to beat the game. You can do that as long as it's a separate door from the first one. Or if you wanted them back on the same floor, you could always just do another door in a different location and teleport them to that one. So, let's try it out. There's a little bug there, but it did teleport me to the second door, teleported to the third door, teleported to the fourth door, and back to the cube mesh. For some reason, this teleported me back to the cube mesh the first time. I'm not sure why, but yeah, so that works. And then you gotta get off of it, go back to it, and it'll teleport you back down. And it's cool because it keeps the same player rotation. If you wanted the character to walk through the door, we can do that also. So we'll open back up our door master, select our cube, and then we'll scroll down to collision, and then we'll just put no collision. Let's try that. Okay, that first one, I'm not quite sure why it's doing that, but Goes through the door. Goes through the door. Walk through it. It goes to the door. So basically you're just setting it up so like while you're walking forward, it pretty much, you know, just walks you through the door. Okay, so that's the end of part 1 of this tutorial. Part 2, I will show what actually the reasoning behind creating this cube was. So yeah, thanks for watching.